Hello and welcome to Esoteric Ebb. What is Esoteric Ebb? Well, in the words of its creator, Esoteric Ebb is an isometric, disco-like TTRPG-turned-CRPG. Now what does that mean? Well, it means it's going to be a game much like Disco Elysium. There's going to be lots of walking around, there's going to be lots of talking, but it's going to be set within the world of your typical tabletop RPG. Think Dungeons and Dragons and Disco Elysium. That's what we're dealing with here. And that sounds like a really interesting concept. And I've wanted to try this out since it came out and, well, got a little bit of time, so let's give it a try. So, new game. Now, Disco Elysium, lots of people were talking in the main character's head, lots of his personality traits. In this game, it's slightly different. In this game, it's all about your stats, and that's going to determine what happens in different dialogues. Now, I've been thinking about what type of character I want to play, but before we do, I want to read through a couple of what the different abilities do, because, well, I think that it will give us a better focus in terms of what we're actually going to be doing moment to moment when we play. So, let's start with Strength. Every shepherd knows the song. It bellows up the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. Torna's lament, folk prayer. Strength measures your natural bodily prowess alongside a testosterone-fueled mindset. As a man, it is only proper for you to hone your figure and its capabilities. But why? The search for meaning is as vital as the struggle towards competency. Luckily, you already know your cause. To protect the innocent, to lead the weak, to sacrifice until nothing but your bones hit the pavement, to literally die. Become a zealot, regain your honor, set out on your divine mission. Okay, well, I'm sold on strength. It wasn't what I was going for, but I like the description so far. We're gonna have to read a couple more of these, because I get the feeling that each one I read is gonna be like, that's the one we gotta go for. What does it do? So higher strength allows you to equip extra items. Be violent and or manly, useful in encounters. Religious fervor and aesthetic nationalism. Increased manhood. Role. A high-strength cleric votes for the party of Norvik, prays to his dead god, uses brute force on puzzles, punches big bad evil guys in the face, wants to become a real human hero. That's an interesting phrase. Loves quests, simple as. A low-strength cleric is a weak sniveling rat, bows down to anyone stronger, can't handle the banter, gives up when the going gets tough, is afraid of women, doesn't care about quests. Oh wow. Okay. So the way I'm seeing this written is that effectively the individual stats are giving you their pitch, and they're also being like, and if you don't go for this, here's what you're gonna be. I kinda like that. Okay. Well, let's see what Dexterity's pitch is. It is imperative to simply explain to these people that they have the right to choose. Belief in oneself is just. Wealth is built from within. Meridoc Moonwatch Sights Beyond Reads. Dexterity measures natural reactivity, balance and poise, the haste with which you express a witty remark or notice a nervous glance, and of course your ability to gracefully avoid the consequences of your actions. It's all about risk versus reward. It is that feeling of self-preservation when everything falls apart around you, to grab as much as you can while the grabbing's good, to progress toward a new future full of freedom, so those who look out for themselves can prosper and survive. I promise you, no one else will. Okay, so, with enough dexterity you can steal anything. Okay, interesting. Pick locks and sneak and dodge traps and roll initiative and react quickly as a dashing rogue. Become rich as a Republican revolutionary. Just run away, dummy, is their motto. Role. Okay, a high dexterity cleric votes for the revolutionary freestriders, collects piles of shiny coins, acts first in every encounter, avoids trouble before it brews, always has a witty reply, looks out for himself, takes big risks and wins every time. A low dexterity cleric takes big risks and fails every time, doesn't notice anything in time, stumbles over his own feet, drops the ball figuratively and literally, is slow mentally and physically, is dirt poor, very embarrassing. You know what? I'm not really sold on dexterity. I don't know if that's the path we're going to take. I was definitely much more sold on strength. Constitution. Always listen to your hungry stomach. The Hedonists, a blind manifesto. Constitution measures your natural stamina, both mental and physical. It's how much you can take before going down. The world is harsh and unforgiving. It will beat you to a pulp with words and sticks. So listen to your gut, the instinct that kicks in when you're standing at the pit. It is the voice that speaks nothing but bodily truth. Every choice you make, every emotion you accumulate can be traced back to the lower half of that stomach of yours. Follow it. Retain the mortality of fleshy logic. Simple, easy, truthful. Uses. Constitution is needed for hit points. Control your body and its esoteric connection. Your political party pulled 2% last week and you don't care. Pain is good for you. Okay, roll. A high constitution cleric keeps forgetting there's an election, focuses on the good things in life, is tougher than entropy, keeps his neuroticism in check, talks with the spirits in the walls, listens to his gut, is already dead. Oh, okay. A low constitution cleric will die, panics over everything, listens to his gut and is wrong, has no control of his bodily functions, can't handle the pain, and has no special connection with walls. I don't know if I need a special connection with walls, but I am intrigued what a special connection with a wall would be like. I have heard the walls have ears. Okay, intelligence. Now, my initial thought before I looked at these was that I was going to choose high intelligence. So far, I'm leaning to high strength, but let's see what intelligence is like. A glorious design, let those who learn lead, through merit of ability and nothing else. Lord Phileas Prax, Autobiography Prax. Intelligence measures your ability to recall, store, and possess information, or process information. It is your logical receptacle and calculator. It is only proper for you to hone this pulsating mass within your skull. But why? Simple. Pure, unadulterated ego. Knowledge rules the world. So too shall you one day lead the weak. Bring your genius to the masses. If they do not bow, they do not deserve you. You know everything about the past. Therefore, it is only rational that you will know the future as well. Enlighten the ignorant masses. Uses? Higher intelligence makes you, or lets you prepare more spells. Think, plan, and execute an actual plan. Vote for the magocratic return. Vote for yourself. Be a genius without peers. A high intelligence cleric votes for the best wizard, you. Despises and envies the gods. Solves every mystery of ease. Masters arcane magic. Spouts historical facts for hours. Is dismissive towards those lesser. Knows everything. A low intelligence cleric knows nothing. Is both ignorant and confident. Oh no. Makes up tidbits and seem smart. Is barely sentient. Cannot intentionally solve mysteries. Is an idiot. Duh. Okay, so currently my rankings are strength, and then intelligence, and then probably con dex. Like that's where I'm seeing things. Let's have a little look at wisdom. The large crumble upon their heavy forms. The mystical falter at the crucial point. The small rise to the occasion. Halfweed's poem. Wisdom measures your awareness, intuition, and ability to understand the world around you, to feel it. You may not know why, but meeting the gaze of another grants you an empathic bond with her wants and fears, her dreams and hopes. You can read people for good or bad, and pick up details others would pass by. It is your belief in the heart of all folk to give and share what you have and be completely and utterly selfless. It is the only true road to redemption. Gods only knows how hard you try. Okay, that's cool. Higher wisdom lets you empower your spells, be kind and see the good in all folk, egalitarian hope of the Asgalian working class. There are no big bad evil guys. Oh, interesting. I was starting to think that I want to do some kind of strength wisdom thing for a second there, but strength is like, I'm going to punch the big bad evil guys, and wisdom are like, there are no big bad evil guys. Well, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Roll. Votes for the Asgalian Workers' Party. Hates nothing except hierarchies. Embraces his feminine side. Yes, okay, so these do seem diametrically opposed, right? Like, well, maybe not, but they seem to be saying different things. Follows his bleeding heart. Masters primal magic. Reads body language like a champ. Notices all details. A low wisdom cleric is an oblivious fool. Misreads cues all the time. Does not think about the lower class. Does not get people. Fails at spotting traps. Is not aware of where he is. Like, what's going on here? I'm so confused. Okay, so this is deliberate. I was looking at this thinking, is this a bug? Nope. Makes perfect sense. And lastly, we have charisma. Those who believe in democracy have a wonderful view of folk. To think them capable of making rational and informed decisions devoid of personal bias and emotional conduct. It is, frankly, inspiring. Nicholas Darrow, Memoirs of a Statesman. Charisma measures your eloquence, confidence, and ability to navigate social situations of any kind. In short, it is the force of your unkempt personality. But they don't need to know that. Smooth talk your way into any position of your liking. You can be affiliated with any known faction or thought. Reality is molded around your will. Like a chameleon, you become a social operator. Become anything you need to make everyone finally love you. Uses. With high charisma, you get an automatic discount in select stores near you. Win every conversation, say the right thing. Say whatever gets people to like you and become an apolitical force of nature. Be arguably sociopathic. Okay. Votes for whatever makes him popular. Was socialized as a kid, or as a child. Knows what to say to win favors. Can actually flirt with some baddies. Loves to mind control people. Sees truth as a suggestion. Has no soul. A low charisma cleric isn't very likable. Doesn't know how to act with people. Fumbles the baddies. Fears conversations. Is like the opposite of a skilled orator. Has no style. Okay, I'm coming up with a character in my head. We get 2 proficiency points, right? Let's just... Okay, so is everything the lowest it can be? I think so. Oh, but we've got... It's because we've got a background. We've got backgrounds to read through as well. We'll do this... let's do this first, actually. Let's choose a background. So, punching bag. You're a farmer's son who grew up in the city. Of course you'd be an outcast. It took time, but eventually you figured out how to cope with it. By the way, I think I'm going to be a charismatic strength person. I'm going to see how that works. Let's have a look. Troll killer. You don't remember it, but you know how your father died. Sometimes it motivated you. Sometimes it felt impossible to live up to. Kiosk kid. Your mom wasn't around a lot, so to keep you out of trouble, she forced you to get a post-school job. You still despise the smell of newspapers. Lore enthusiast. Spending time alone in the city, you often ended up at the Darrowian Library. The strange history of Jor's realm was a constant companion to you. Inevitably, you ended up with the wrong crowd. You quickly picked up on the slang and radical terminology, doing anything to get real friends. Little weirdo. You were a novelty to them, the boy who would do or say anything for their attention, for their approval. After 2 or so years, you got quite good at it. As Galliest activist, your friends soon introduced you to a rebellious belly of Norvik. As a teenager, you spent years spreading chaos and worse, dwarf propaganda. Oh. Earthguard recruit. After your arrest, there wasn't much arguing about it. 3 grueling years in training drilled on the city code and virtues, but you survived. 1 friend. You really only prayed for that one thing during those lonely years, but the gods did not answer, so you learned to manage as always. Acolyte. Your knack for scribbling got you promoted to the clerical duties. Picked out of the ranks, you quickly showed deep devotion to your divine city. Tower Apprentice. Joining the Towers is an honour bestowed upon few. It is also a terrible challenge even for you. Who'd have thought lectures were so draining? Arcane Prodigy. There's a lot of these. For the first time in your life, you were a natural. You've always known a few cantrips, but real magic was something else. It was power. Palace Pawn. As a rising talent, you often found yourself in the midst of politicking superiors. Despite your best efforts, it never ended well for you. Faithful Harbinger. There's something wrong. Praying to a dead god whose whispers linger in the air, slowly fading. You are isolated among your peers. Esoteric Expert. You spent most nights seeking esoterical insight, a lonely life. Your findings were unwanted by those in charge, yet you did not stop. Never. Revolutionary Scribe. Disillusionment. A city with ideals not upheld. One day you choose a side, the emerging democracy. You wrote day and night for change and glory. Abject Apostate. No one likes you. When you were demoted for dereliction, no one spoke up against it. But it's fine, you'll be fine after all, you're used to it. Dead Cleric. Growing up alone, getting into trouble, training with the Earth Guard, devoting yourself and becoming a cleric, was it always supposed to end in the river? Okay. I think we're going to be a troll killer. I think we're all about strength. So strength, become a zealot, regain your honor, set out on your divine mission to protect the innocent and lead the weak. Okay. I'm going to go charisma second. So here, how many points? So does everything cost the same amount of points no matter what? Yes. Oh, and you can max it out? Perfect. Well, let's just max out charisma and strength for now. Apparently it's a +4 for both. Why do I get... Oh, I haven't made this proficient yet. Okay, so it's a +6. Nice. Okay. So I get a smattering of points for the rest of it. Dexterity, that's not us in this one. We're not doing dexterity. We're not running away. We're not a dashing rogue. This isn't us. I think this is the easiest way to do this right now is this isn't us. Wisdom is the opposite of strength, at least in terms of how it's being described. So we're not wise. We're strong. We're charismatic. So we got con and intelligence. So this says it allows you to prepare more spells and execute a plan. And this one allows you to have hit points and pain is good for you. Maybe we'll have some con. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe we do something like this. Is there a better way to do this? Because if I drop this one, I'm still at a +4. So I could put 2 points in something else, like 2 points in that, so I don't have a terrible intelligence. I think that works. This is what we're going for. Is it good? I have no idea. But this is what we're going for. This is our character. We... Oh, don't take away the proficiency. We're going to protect the innocent, lead the weak, and sacrifice until nothing but our bones hit the pavement to literally die. And we are going to become anything we need to make everyone finally love us. We're effectively going to be someone who protects the innocent and makes people want to like us. And that's it. We might be a little bit of a sociopath, though. 5 days until the first ever election. An explosion erupts at the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they send you. The clumsiest cleric in the city. Nothing but muscles. Just what this city needs. Complete your quests in any order. Don't be afraid to make interesting choices. And remember to be a real man. The campaign will take you from level 1 to 6. We'll play for about 5 to 8 sessions. It's been a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time. Chris. And only 6 decks. Don't try to steal anything, okay? Okay, well, interesting it acknowledged our stats. Let's go. truth and nothing else, a voice declares. What is your name? Ragan. Your name is Ragan. Ragan. Doesn't sound right. Of course not, for you are the Cleric. Please stop yelling all the time. Hey, respect the helm. The Cleric. I like that. Actually, your real name is Eric. No, hold on. It's C.L. Eric? Or something similar. No, stop this ridiculous behavior. Your name was asked. It is Ragan. C.L. Eric. That sounds like Cleric. Ah, yes. That's what it was. C.L. Eric. That sounds like Cleric. Ah, yes. That's what it was. I think we're in a loop. So my name is... Yes. Speak it. The Cleric. Yes. Oh. What was all that popped up saying class conflict? Okay. Well, could be worse. You answer. Another question from the darkness. What is your occupation? What is this, an interrogation? You are dead. You aimed at patriarchy, or realistically, you would have ended up a sender. Please, no, I don't want to be a sender. Politics at the towers wouldn't allow for much else now, would it? What's an occupation in this context? Didn't you have a job? Something really important? Your class. Tell the voice about your class. Class? What class am I? Lower class. Occupation. Ha! Forever standing at the gates of chaos, holding the line against all things foul is no mere job, it is a calling. Destiny. I'm not sure any answer is good here. Just go with whatever works in the moment. I am the guardian of justice and peace, a true human hero. I feel that it's odd that I have to keep clarifying I'm human. Indeed, your journey has taken you far. Finally, you've become the one and only. Also, can I tell you my problems with having to constantly clarify I'm human? There are two different paths that I'm here with. The first path is, am I clarifying that I'm human because I'm trying to convince myself that I am human and I'm not? Or am I saying I'm a true human hero because we're not a hero to elves and dwarves and all the other people? I don't know which path we're going down. We're going to find out, but yeah. The strong and steadfast. I am the Cleric. He asked us this disembodied voice asked us our name, we said the Cleric. It asked us our occupation, we are also the Cleric. Yes. You leaned a little further into being a Cleric, gained 10 XP, 5 times 2 for choosing this class 2 times. Okay. It takes a while before the next question is posed. What is your current goal? You are a hero. By divine dictate, only you can save the world. The Goblin Chieftain, she needs you. Why all these questions? This fellow wants something. No idea what, though. You should probably lie. Tell him you're collecting taxes or something. That'd be fun. To save the world. They're counting on you. Keep it together. No reply. No feedback. Then the voice asks, what is your political affiliation? The question strikes your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. The National Party of Norvik, of course. It is the Asgalists. Yes, they are decent, possibly. The Freestriders, maybe. Then again, you know, revolutionary things just move way too fast these days. Elections are ridiculous. I don't know any of these words. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. Just say whatever you think will be the most useful to you. I think you know exactly what that is. Okay, the Nationalists. Good. Together we will keep Norvik safe. For Earth and Torna. The voice is fading. This is the end. The final question. How did you die? Following your convictions. Drowning in the river. I fell into divinity. She took me whole. Am I in control? Oh! Day 1, March 22nd, 27 PE. A fresh start. Alright, let's get up. Your body aches. It's stiff as if you've slept for days. Ready for your glorious quest to continue. I'm going to look around me. Circular stone chamber. Storage for apples and corpses. A house of the dead. Your home. Those piles of apples, is this Tolstad? Tolstad? Ooh, okay. Tolstad, a sprawling island fortress in one of 5 districts in the city. It sits in the middle of River Torna, home of Yor's Pillar, a sprawling tunnel network, and Water Lane, the greatest trade hub in Ascani. You are on Tolstad right now. River Torna? River Torna, the second longest documented river along the coast, splitting the band of Ascani in half. So I'm guessing that we know about it because of strength, because it's the second longest river, and because it's long, it's strong. Check my stuff. What stuff? Your hands dart around your pouch and uniform. Panic. Sweat. No spellbook, no mace. Face it, you've been robbed. Your legs shake. Tears begin to form. Deep breaths. Your belongings are surely here somewhere. Wait, what's this about a quest? Oh yes, a quest. Can I click this? Quest. A task performed by a heroic individual and or professional adventurer. You're on a quest to save the city. Earth be blessed. Earth? Your god? Oh, thank you. That explains everything. Doesn't really tell me anything about Earth, but they are my gods, so that's all I need to know. Save the city? Yes, save it from the jaws of democracy. Oh no. I'm starting to see what our manliness is. Okay. Do I remember everything? Not sure. Maybe you have some sort of amnesia? Your thoughts are scattered. But your mind is fine. Okay, but what's the quest again? You got a job. The tea shop job. The tea shop job? Yes, yep, the tea shop job that blew up. It'll be a tough one. Might take days. A chance for redemption. Redemption? What did I do? Insubordination. Inconstancy. Light apostasy. The words live inside your bone marrow. Okay. A quest. I like those. Good attitude. There's always more around the corner, so look out. Don't want to miss any. How much time do I have? Until the election. Duh. Which is in 6 days. No, it's not. What the hell? It's in 5 days. Depends on your definitions. Definitions of what? Time? The patriarch was very clear. Handle the tea job before election day. You must honor this request and complete this quest. Time only advances when you make new choices in dialogue. Okay. Just a job. Ah, so I've done this before. You haven't really. Your previous experience lies more in some basic Earthguard militia service, as well as a few years at the towers. Earthguard? Earthguard, the heroes of Norvik, keepers of city law, defenders of humanity, your brothers. Norvik? Norvik, your home city, founded by your god towards the end of the Coast War. It is built upon several layers of ancient ruins. Coast War? Coast War, the Great War, a conflict between the Arcanists of Reeds, as well as every other nation connected with them across the coast. A horrible waste of human lives, which claimed millions of lives. There was no honor in this fighting, that you know. So to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop. More or less. But you've got like 5 days to do so no stress. There's also bullshit politics involved here. You'll love it. You're the one they sent. You best get to work, hero. Hero? Me? Yes, it's time to deliver it all to this wonderful city. Your duty has come. Give everything to Norvik. I will carry this burden too. You feel dizzy. Oh. The weight of the Earthguard uniform. A dull pain takes hold. You require healing. Must consume an apple now. There are many apples here, and corpses. Worry not of pain, care not of hunger. The city needs you. It needs your bones ground into pulvar on the pavement. Or pulver on the pavement? Do this, and your one prayer will be answered. If your stats are high or low enough, chimes will appear in your mind. They suggest, inform, and offer unique paths. Trust them at your own risk. My bones? A cheap currency in times of trouble, but you are ready to sacrifice them all. Just like Earth teaches. I'm so very confused. That's usually the case. One step at a time. Alright, time to get going. I need to eat an apple. I've been told that I must eat this thing. Behold! An apple looks better than the ones in the pile. Trifle it. Trifle the apple. Eat the apple. I was informed I must eat the apple. Okay, also, what's deep storage? I have no idea. I guess I can put it into a different storage. Consume the apple. Wonderful, I've consumed the apple. We also have a journal. Okay, and we got our DC checks that we did here that tells us about everything. I understand. We're somewhere in here, but we don't know where. Okay, that's good. Questing tree. Class conflict. You've declared yourself for the Cleric of Norvik 2 times as a grand title suitable for a human cleric like yourself. So class conflict is the name of the quest. I understand. The tea shop that blew up, and then election week. I see, and these are how many times I said I was going to do one specific thing. I understand. That makes a level of sense. Journal? We've been in the journal. Okay, inventory and then spellbook. I know cure wounds. Okay, well that's good. Can I cast cure wounds? No, I can learn more about it though. It's not a prepared spell, so I need to prepare it to cast it. I understand. What's this? Behold. This isn't yours, is it? Trifle it. It is a plus dexterity minus charisma cloak. The cloak is sprawled upon the iron slab. As you grab it, you immediately feel the dampness spreading into your gloves. An Earthguard cloak add-on. It has been ripped to shreds at the base, but you could still use it. Please don't. This thing is disgusting. Let's weigh it in my hands. It is heavy. Bring out the water. The filthy liquid falls to the floor of the stony chamber. It is still quite wet. Should I wear this? No. A rogue would wear it, that's for sure, so... But I'm not a rogue. Sorry, the word I am not a rogue is not in your vocabulary, actually. Please rephrase. You don't tell me what to do. See? That's what a good rogue would say. You reach for your fancy red pouch of holding. The cloak easily slips inside into the extra-dimensional space with a satisfying slurp. I really love my pouch of holding. Yes, you are very lucky. There are like 1 million crowns on the market. Or these are like 1 million crowns on the market. Crowns. The Norvikian crown, the main coinage in Norvik. Of course, you don't really own this pouch of holding. It is property of the state. Treat it as such. Gripping items temporarily alters your ability scores. Right. I see. Does it say anything else about it? The ends are torn. It's a stretch to even call it a cloak. Please don't put it on. I'm going to put it on just for a second, just to see what it looks like. Okay, now I'm going to take it off again. Let's use this for deep storage. Ah. Empty all your stored items into your inventory. Okay, I see. So you can put it into deep storage when you don't care about it and then eventually grab it out. Also, apparently we're going to have feats at some point. Interesting. Behold, a vase of leaves. Smells lovely. Trifle it. Got 2 incense. What's incense? Easily burned spices and herbs can be used to recover first level spell slots, but I don't have any spells prepared, so that's not going to do anything. Behold, it's a corpse under a blanket. Engage it. You stare at a blue rag. It's draped over the outline of a someone. Sir, you can't sleep down here. No response. Give it up. Nothing to gain here. Curious behavior to lie perfectly still under a blanket like this. Perhaps he requires assistance. Sir, please don't ignore me. Silent treatment, huh? Funny. No breathing, no movements, nothing. Oh, he's dead. No shit. Recently deceased. Check under the rag. Underneath, you find the cold corpse of a human. Human, tall and beautiful, like yourself. Known as the pest of the coast by those who are less inclined to reproduce like rabbits. Looking over at him, you find hair, pale skin. He's got a beard too. And he was alive once. Yeah, this guy looks fresh. Like he could just sit up and talk to you. The DC, difficulty class of a dice choice, is determined by how challenging that roll will be for you. If you select a dice choice, then roll a 20... Or if you select a dice choice, you then roll a 20-sided die. If you get the same or higher as the DC, you succeed on that roll. Examine him closer. A nat 1, huh? There's something strange here. We must look closer. Let's lean in. Signs of being either a hard worker or a careless worker litter his skin. Make sure to check the back as well. I'll try to move the corpse. The moment you touch it, the black veins appear over its skin. A feeling of impending doom comes over you. Your stomach drops. Doom? The lair of a lich. Followed by a wave of pain. Death saving throws? Oh? I passed! I didn't die! Fantastic. 1 exhaust, I'm guessing? Okay. Necrotic energies. Let go of the damn corpse. The moment you let go, the pain subsides. The dark marks on its skin disappear as quickly as they showed up. What a horrific spell. This corpse is cursed by something wicked beyond your powers. They should at least have a sign up. What, in case the person who was dead tries to touch the other person who's dead? Like, don't touch the dead, they're full of black magic. You slowly cover up the corpse once more. Let's not speak of this. What the hell kind of magic is cast on this thing? Whatever it is, do not touch it again. It's okay to loot him, right? Yeah. As long as he doesn't wake up or anything. Not like the guy will complain, but don't go around talking about it too loud, okay? It would be dishonorable. Only take that which you need for your quest. Who was this guy? Just a man. A dead man. An honorable dead man. Why is he here? This is a morgue. A lich house, clearly. I should stop bothering the corpse now. Okay, important question. Ah, this is how I save. I feel it's an important question because, well, one, we'll create a new save file, obviously. But, I'm about to do something very stupid. So it seemed like a good time. Also, if I press tab or something, it does show everything that's clickable. Good. I'm going to trifle. These are vital for my quest. So money. Earth crowns, the official currency minted in Norvik's Riksbank. These silver coins are most valuable along River Torna, as the Norwegian river's reach offers its support in trade and general commerce. Then an apple, which will heal me slightly, which is good because, ow. Okay, lots of apples. I can engage the apples in conversation. I'd rather not. Let's do this first. A divine shrine covered in apples. Engage. The runes fill your senses as you approach. At the center you see his red eye watching over you, yet the color is faded. This monument is hollow, void of all life and divinity. And worse, it's covered in rotten apples. A sacred shrine left in this state is an insult to Earth and all of his people. Indeed. Yet you are very much aware that this is not the worst you'll see. You'll have to fight hard to keep Earth's dream afloat. This city is lost, but it is not yet lost. Remove the apples. It does not take long for you to move some of the nasty apples away from the front of the shrine. A small improvement, but big in the heart. So these old things are still around, huh? A remnant of blindness and decay. It is a shrine to your god. Protect it. Are these rare? No, you will find shrines like this all over Norvik. Can I pray here? To what exactly? To Earth, of course. Earth, I need to pray to Earth. You may pray as you wish. Let's kneel. The shrine towers over you. You feel small. To cast spells, you must first prepare them at shrines. Prepared spells can be cast when the cleric has reason to do so, either in or out of dialogues. Each cast expends one spell slot of the corresponding level. What other gods are there? Many. You know a few. Earth, father of Norvik. Earth is dead. Dead gods do not speak. Dead, yes, but he speaks through you. You've devoted your life to follow in his footsteps. Ilum the Mender. A real lady, this Mender. You've heard the stories. Beautiful, terrifying. All the elf stereotypes rolled into one. They say a look from her could turn a man's heart until his dying breath. Though most men have a story like that, so it's probably more a woman thing than an elf goddess thing. She would not respond even if you had something to tell her. She's mostly known around these parts as that crazy witch that broke in and charmed 100 warriors back in the day. It's a classic tale, but Earth had a nice chat with her and everything was fine. Earth and Ilum stayed away from each other's business, officially at least. She died a couple of decades before Earth did. Nowadays the elves are a bit more expansionistic. Tokig the Gambler. A trickster. The type of god only famous for his ridiculous ploys. Praying to Tokig would, if you for some reason would get a response, only result in the exact opposite of whatever you wanted. Ulba, the last titan. First of many, a beast of yore. Beast of yore, term for those creatures invited by yore during the Gate era. Essentially a term for all the extremely old and ancient creatures across the coast. Yore, name of our realm, also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing at the end of the Gate era. Wizard, a book-learned arcane spellcaster, typically plays your strings by memorizing and executing esoteric rituals and chants. Your strings, the ley lines of esoteric power that holds the realm together. Ulba was that of the hunt. Behemoths who raged across the coast. In his name we celebrate the eternal hunt. I'm done. Okay. Wait, can I heal here through divine assurance or something? Yes? Possibly, the gods are kind to you. Of course, you can heal here, but only if you pray hard enough. I will attempt a prayer of wisdom, or I will attempt a wisdom check for a prayer of healing. Plus, I'm exhausted. Negative, I remove the apples. You focus your mind on Earth's symbol, his red eye. You recite a few words of remembrance before you sense the channeled strings around the shrine. They converge upon you. Mend you. Hey, it did heal us anyway. Oh, well, that's something. Didn't fully heal us. I'm assuming that's what the success would be. Oh, well, that's something. Sure is. You sense there's something you've missed. What were those words, the ones you learned at the towers? The towers, the home base of the Order of the Arcane Clerics of Norvik, also known as Oaken. Oaken, nobody calls it that. Okay. Can I heal here? Yes? Heal me. I can't do it again. Okay. I'm going to prepare spells first. I would like to prepare Cure Wounds. Done. Hey, engage. I'd like to pray. Staring at the chiseled monument, you focus your mind. You take a deep breath and begin your prayer. And tranquility. Contemplate the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That is it. The election. The first election. Your vote won't matter. Your vote will be the most important of all. Ask those around you what they will vote for, and you might find your own voice along the way. Contemplate my class. Identity is not easy. It's everything from faction to home life to street. What you choose might be a first step. Choose wisely. Can I return here when I have more things to think about? Always. You're the only one who is always there. No one ever answers your prayers. Alright, finish my prayer. Time to leave. So, okay. Yeah, so there's something that pops up when I'm here. The Great Mountain of Apples. Okay, that's good. I'm going to need to find out what the quick save button is. You know what? I'm going to put a cut in and find the quick save button. I found the quick save button. So now we can just save like this. Incredible. Also, if I go on load, 1 quick save. Okay. Good to know. Behold, divine scripture where it does not belong. Shield of Faith. Oh, we got a new spell. Okay. So what is Cure Wounds? A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your Wisdom ability modifier. Okay. Shield of Faith. Shimmering field appears and surrounds you, protecting you from damage. For the duration, any lost hit points is reduced by 1, and its duration is up to 1 hour. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, that's fine. I don't know if I can prepare multiple spells. Can I? Let's have a look. Prepare spells. Oh, right, it's down here. So yes, I can do exactly 2. Perfect. A pile of apples. You stare at a pile of apples. Walk away. If you know what's good for you. Apples are good for you. Wait, why would apples not be good for me? Whose apples are these? Not yours. Maybe they're grown somewhere around here, maybe below. From the ground or the trees. Should these be stored alongside corpses? No, it's a health hazard. Of course not, it's nasty. It's certainly a violation against the city code. Probably. Something tells you that no, they should not. Could I eat my way through this pile of apples? A tremendous challenge worthy of your attention. It would be greatly beneficial. Please don't, you're not the apple boy anymore. Ability checks, okay. Start. Oh, remove the bad apples first? Aha! Remove the bad apples is an achievement as well. Most of the apples appear fine to you, but you move away the handful that look funny. Okay, that's a lot of apple. Yes. Alright. It's time. Start eating the apples. We failed. Okay, good job. You look upon this challenge with fear in your stomach. This will be your end. Digging in, the first apple goes down the hatch. Going smooth so far. Maybe this will be easy. Another one. Number 2 goes well. Goes well at first, then you feel something rumbling. Oh no. A third. A rotten core. And something hard. Yes, that was a mistake. Your challenge of the pile will surely be rewarded. Keep going. Next one. Your stomach fights against your hands as you bite down on the apple. You can take it. Do not stop. This is so manly. Tears form in your eyes. One more should be fine. I will surely be rewarded for this. One last time. This is the limit. As you chow down on one final apple, you feel your jaw ache, your hand shake. We didn't die. Apple overdose. Dangerous stuff. No such thing. Come on. You glance at the pile, realizing that you've just scratched the surface of this rotten apple heaven. Rotten apple juice dripping down the inside of your helmet. Wait, how are you eating these? Are you just shoving them in from below? A fine way to dine. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of something light and hard hitting the ground. A small, sharp rock. Did it come from one of the apples? How queer. I'm going to pick up the strange rock. As you wait in your hand, a tingle shoots up your arm. Esoteric. It feels funny. Careful. These rare shards of yore can be consumed to unlock failed ability checks. Normally checks are only unlocked upon completion of a short or long rest. I see. So I could maybe do this... Oh, say I could use a shard and do this immediately. Of course, yeah. This is the most important thing I could be doing right now. I have advantage? I saw it said we had advantage. Fantastic. You look upon this challenge with determination. Your stomach is empty. Well, despite the apples I just ate. Dig in. Digging in, the first apple goes down the hatch. Going smooth so far. Another one. Number 2 goes as well. You chew it in peace. Now the third. Yes, that sure was an apple. Going smooth so far. Next one. This one was harder. Your stomach fights the taste. It's getting difficult. One more should be fine. This is your limit. As you chow down on the apple, you feel your jaw ache, your hands shake. Apple overdose, dangerous stuff. No such thing, come on. You feel refreshed, for a moment at least. The pile of apples towers over you still, you've barely made a dent. The Apple Boy is back. I guess that was our previous name? Yes, eat the apple, Apple Boy. Feel sick. As you feel sick, you see something sticking out of the pile of apples. A piece of paper? No. It is a spell scroll. You worked hard for it. Good job. Ah, the scroll is just for a simple cantrip. Oh well. I'll take it. You quickly memorize the scroll, consuming it into your psyche, as you always do. Some people at the towers used to fear your innate power to master magic like that. Which is understandable, it's pretty terrifying. Cantrips are spells that can be cast at will outside of dialogs. They do not consume any spell slots. Access your cantrips at the bottom right. Very cool! Let's check it out. You create a torch-sized light within range and make it appear as a torch, lantern, or glowing orb that hovers in the air for the duration. Whichever form you choose, the light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. Wonderful. Okay, that's kinda useful actually. Is this just an apple? This one looks good. Alright, it's my apple now. Hey, you know what I can do with an apple? Eat it. Spellbook. Okay, does it tell me anything more? No. Okay, not really. That's fine. Right. What's this? A very important piece of paper. Of course. Voting card. -1 intelligence. A scuffed voting card made out to Ragan Hemlin. Well, we'll need to give it back to him once we find out who they are. It's from a dwarven office for some reason, and someone has checked in all 5 parties on the list. You need to bring this to a polling place on election day if your voice is to be heard. So do I want to just like equip that to lower my intelligence further? I mean, I don't really see why I would lower my intelligence right now, but okay. Although you could argue that we should lower our intelligence because it's our patriotic, you know, right to vote. So yes. Hello. A guy. He looks indecisive. Hello. You approach a shambling man by the apple pile. He does not acknowledge your presence. He is unaware of you. Greetings, citizen. Glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread upon a dried face. What is your name, sir? He does not even turn to look at you. Identify yourself, citizen. Wait, is this a zombie? Sir, are you Actually, I found this voting card over there. Is it yours? The zombie does not even grunt in your direction. He just keeps working, slowly. You grip the voting card firmly in your gloved hand. It is indeed yours. Keep it safe. I'm thinking of voting for the Nationalists. They've got a good plan for the future of this city. We will cleanse the city. You know, when you say things like that, Strength, I start to think that you might not be the good guy. You become a nationalist and gained XP. Wonderful. The zombie just keeps moving apples. We'll bring about a human utopia, the last of its kind on the coast. The fleshy ball plank does not reply or counter your words. Am I boring you? The zombie carefully places another apple at the top of the pile. Clearly a weak man left to rot below his indecisive nature. Sir, are you a member of the undead? He does not respond. Not even a groan. How disappointing. What is he doing? Seems to be fussing over the apples or something. Should I defeat this zombie? Yes, it is only just. Undead are not to be allowed in Norvik. Guy's not harming anyone. Honestly, he's probably a more productive member of society than you. No offense. I kind of like the dynamic we've got. We've got strength just saying, yes, 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 do it. And then you've got charisma that's just sitting at the side, passing all these checks to speak, but basically just using the opportunity to be mean to us. Yeah, of course I'm going to attack the zombie. It's a zombie. Yes, deal with this foul creature. Encounters are turn-based conflicts where each participant takes turns in rolling dice and taking actions. During your turn, you're able to perform one dice action as well as cast one spell of your choosing. The order is determined by initiative roll. Don't let the shambler get the jump on you now. 15, that seems good. 0, that seems bad for them. Fight. You're quick. You got this. Okay. Your turn. Show him no mercy. No, stay. Do not make the first move. I am going to shove him. Fantastic. Putting your weight on it, you push the zombie backwards. He attempts to stabilize himself while stumbling around. The slow zombie just stands there. You've got all the time in the world. This zombie is hostile. This undead abomination must be apprehended before he causes damage to innocents. Yes. You should probably try to de-escalate, just a tip. No, grab him, get his arm. Success! You successfully grab his arms, your thick gloved hands wrap around his frail wrists and keep them stable. He's not getting away now. His neck snaps around, the withered face now facing yours. Yeah, you really pissed him off. You can tell since you're such a people's person. The zombie bites down on you, hard. The pain is temporary. This ends now. Your final chance, do not falter. The zombie is weak. Dominate it. Finish this with a sucker punch. Nice. Knock him out. Knock? Knock, a second level transmutation, unlocks things. The definition of locked has been stretched over the centuries, but the spell works on most closed containers or entryways, so probably not what it was referring to there. Yes. Catching your breath, you stare at the now unmoving creature. Justice dispensed. Now go loot him. Get that fancy tooth. Victory. Alright. Wisdom tooth. That would increase my wisdom. A filled tooth in decent condition. You feel a tingle in your palm when you hold it. Alright, that's fine. I'll use it. What else have we got in here? Apples. Ooh, also. Imported goods. The receiver is marked as Wibbit. Basket of apples. Some of them look okay-ish. Nice. Hey, you know what we can do with apples? Eat them. Wonderful. Well, what is this? An almost empty box, except for a stale treat and a pouch. Cardamom treat and some crowns. Ooh, 5 HP. A traditional Norwegian baked bread is famous around the coast, or if it's not, it should be. A weapon? A slightly broken standard issue Earthguard blade. Mine. It's going to lower my wisdom. Yeah, definitely equip that. Why is one of them like this and one of them's like this? Why is one got red here? Don't really know. Anyway. A standard issue Earthguard blade. One-handed usage, lightweight, cramped quality. Makes you feel like a big man. An agent of the state. It's also broken in half, but if you lean tactically, you might be able to hide that fact from your enemies. Okay. What's this? Loadlass. Very common magic item. A crate filled with sand. You approach a crate full of sand. Inspect the crate. It appears unmarked. The lid has been tossed behind it. Look at the sand. The crate is filled to the brim. It's just sand. Touch the sand. Your gloved hand trails across the surface. The sand shifts slightly at your touch. Underlined choices are more risky but might offer more reward. Obviously, go deeper. You dive in with your whole hand, fingers first. This one does not. Haha! Then you feel a tug, a grip, finally a pull. Wait, Your shoulder is almost pulled out of its socket. Struggle. You manage to keep it from engulfing most of your arm, but in the process the sand grabs onto the front of your helmet. Your face is now sinking. Fight it. You grab the rim of the crate with both hands. But as you put your entire adrenaline-filled arms to work, you feel an energy being sapped from your veins. You're being sucked out of your skin. It's vampire sand? As you keep pushing, you realize you could get out at this point. However, then you would have to leave the helm behind. Damn it. Try to keep my helmet on. Your muscles turn to mush as you stop your struggle. I'm going to escape without losing my helmet. Nice. You grab the rim of the crate with both hands. The hazy noise of a head no longer filled with so much blood screams in your ears. I will not die in this crate. Filled with pure fires of adrenaline, your muscles creak and your bones crack. And it pays off. Within seconds, the rock-hard grip of the sand loosens. Then it drops entirely. You swing your head back, filling your lungs with air as a trail of sand follows you. Gah. Hey, we gained some experience. Within an instant, the sand snaps back into the crate, not a single grain dropping to the floor. You stumble back. Glancing over to the crate, you see its content now lies still, like nothing happened. You should put on the lid to make sure this does not happen to someone else. I'm going to shake my head to get rid of the sand in my... You know, I'm just going to put the lid on. You take a very, very careful step towards the crate to grab the lid. Then you place it gently on top. Your job here is done. I've done a great service to the community. Wonderful. Good for me. Okay, let's do a quick save after the autosave. So we've got 3 ways that we can leave here. That goes down, that goes up, and that goes to the side. I'm going to go this way. There's a door inside this tunnel. The door is barred. Alright, we have up or down. Well, up's the one that we saw from where we were initially, so I'm going to go down. Stairs leading down into the city below. Let's go. Okay. Hey, at least we have a light. Hey, some mushrooms. That's cool. Something soft latches itself around your ankle. What is that? A snake or something? Huh? Avoid the trap. I see. It tightens around your boot. With a violent tug, you're forced to the ground, hitting the back of your head on the steps. Before you can even react, your entire body has been dragged over the edge. No, no, no. You're falling, but not far. With a painful snap, your descent is stopped and now you're simply left hanging. How long can I hang like this? Not long. Your skull is pulling. Within minutes, you will lose control of your mind. Well, I'll just simply pull myself up. By my bootstraps. Nope. A deep breath. You heave yourself forward, grabbing the rope attached to your ankle. Your muscles strain. Pain. Your weight is too much. You've been hanging here for too long. I'm going to groan in pain. You must try again. Your quest cannot end here. Let's try again. Nice. There we go. A final deep breath. You feel the numbness spread as you heave upwards, one gloved hand grabbing the rope, then another. Through sheer power, you pull your entire body weight upwards, climbing higher and higher until you roll over the edge. Get the rope off. Your fingers dart around your ankle, desperate to remove the latched rope. You rip it off and toss it to the side. Free, safe, alive. What kind of evil piece of shit makes a trap like this? Maybe someone who wants you dead. A hunter, maybe? You realize you've been holding your breath. Your lips are probably turning blue. Breathe. I need to breathe, damn it. Air fills your lungs. You are alive. Check out the rope. Extremely sturdy rope. Thick, soft to the touch. You do not know the name of this material. Must be exotic. Creepy. Let's go. Well, I need to heal. But luckily, we have some cardamom treats. So, let's eat that. Ah, back to full health again. Almost. As full as it's ever been. Well. Oh, I can go over here. Okay. Just kind of randomly wandering into areas. Ooh, is that a shard? That's a shard there. That is a shard. Wonderful. You know what those are? Cool. What is this? You look up at the pillar. The relic rises upwards, endlessly upwards. Esoteric Ebb added? Oh. The central landmark of Norvik, the symbol of Earth's conquest. The day he took the red rocks and slayed the Troll King, he looked upon this pillar and declared that this a sacred spot for all Norvikians, for all Earth folk. The people of Earth, the ancestors of those who reconquered the Ascani coast, true mythological heroes. Remaining until the end. A gate to another time. Looks a bit broken, cracked. Yes. You're certain it is indestructible, but clearly it was once not. Several pieces of the pillar float around in the air, especially as it reaches upwards into the clouds above the city. What kind of power would be capable of damaging this? The fundamental forces of reality. The powerful kind. Be wary of such a powerful kind. Be wary of it. Be quiet, you impotent cuck. Okay, intelligence is not a fan of wisdom. How many of these pillars exist? 8? Something like that, one for each band. But ours is the best one, right? They're all equally useless. It's a strength of Earth's power, so yes, this is the best one. They are seen as a status symbol by many. Like a legitimizing thing. Or legitimization thing. But the fact is, no one has managed to make use of them in any way, despite their esoteric nature. So the pillars of yore are relegated to being visual landmarks seen from across the coast through clouds and mist for miles. Can I make money off of it? No way. They don't even take admission to see it, since it's such a trivial sight. So what do I do with it? Since you're the master of all esoteric things, you could probably crack the secret of the pillar. Learn how it works and master it and gain ultimate power and so on. Okay. Get closer. As you do, you feel the air itself tingle. Power. As we listen, it whispers to us, unintelligibly. Touch the cold pillar. You place your hand upon the cold surface. Your body quakes, standing in awe of this ancient object. How many battles do you think it has seen? How many deaths? How many noble sacrifices given to one's god, or king, or people? The thoughts stir in you a deep sense of longing. Perhaps one day you will join in that sacred sensation. Perhaps right now, I'm gonna try feeling it. Okay, I'm exhausted, which doesn't make it a high chance, but... A nat 1? A nat 1 again? Closing your eyes, you begin to focus, your mind placed squarely at this esoteric force. Your mind forms into an arrow and you fire it forward, but it is repelled. Opening your eyes, your hand is no longer pressed against the cold surface of the pillar. You're instead holding it against your heart, shaking. This is wrong. Yes. Try again later. Whatever is whispering to you from beyond is more powerful than you imagined. Let's touch it again. You place your hand upon the cold surface. Yeah, okay. So we've done all this. I'm going to use a shard. Try feeling it. It is better, but not a success. Okay. Yep. We failed again. Alright then. Well, obviously there's nothing more to that. What's over here? Just in a randomly walking around town sort of way. Wait, is there a shortcut to opening the map? I don't know. Also, okay, so this is a Esoteric Ebb, so that's a new quest for us. Investigate the pillar. I see. I think I want a journal. Okay, so now we're in roots. I understand. So that would take us down that way. Let's continue exploring inside this building. Alright, where does this go? A door, how interesting. You approach the firmly shut doors. They appear to not be open. The legendary, horrifying OWD. These are all over any proper dungeon. As it should be. Dungeon? Have you looked around? Legendary? Truly horrifying? Yeah. In a figurative sense, logistically maybe. Should be? Should be. OWD? The one and only one-way door. They keep popping up all over the place underneath Norvik. Sometimes upstairs too, but that's rarer. So I'll need to find the other side in order to open it. That's the logic here, yes. Right, well, we'll have to keep an eye out. Alright. It's a door and it's locked. Well, I hope there's nothing back there, because I have no way of finding it. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a rat. From a certain angle, I was like, I have no idea what it is. Looking closer without the tab filter on, it's a rat. A rat, it's not really running from you. Trifle it. White rat. It's my rat now. A white rat. It acts shyly, but approaches you nonetheless. It looks like it doesn't really want to get grabbed by you, but also doesn't fight it. Instead, it just follows along, sort of not really happy with the situation, but what can you do? Okay, so far we found a couple of items that just lower your stats. I'm obviously going to do it. Wait, we can examine these? Wait, we can examine this? Oh, examine it. You pick up the surprisingly thick piece of paper with a shaking hand. This is your future. The card is slightly torn and has clearly been drenched at some point. At the top it says, Rust Court, in big, bold lettering. Rust Court means voting card in fancy Ascani Dwarven. Alright, there's an election. Oh. It was nice not to think about it for once. We should just get a God King again. It worked great last time. That'd be for the best. Unfortunately, there's no good candidate available. Apart from yourself, of course. Oh, okay. How does this thing work? After you pick it up at the district office, you only need to check the box of one of the 5 parties. Then you deliver it on election day to the polling place. Although in your case, you need to write the name of the party you want in the corner along with a signature. Since you filled out every box, like an idiot. Let's look at the list of parties. Nationalist, Party of Norvik. Party of Norvik, the inheritors of Earth's will, a theocratic organization founded to uphold the old ways, headed by magistrates and 20-something noble families. Magistrate, the highest government position beyond the Lord Patriarch, chosen to rule a district in Norvik for 10 to 12 years depending on their bloodline. Freestrider, Revolutionary Party. Freestrider, the new way. People in the east have overthrown the old wizards and gods. For years, the revolution has slowly crept into the city. Now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. Asgalist, Workers' Party. Asgalist, the workers who built this city want to rule it. It seems only just. Their vision is of a fair and even society where those who live underneath rise up to show their worth. After all, why can't we share? Agrarian, Rural Party. Agrarian, those who live off the earth, simple farmers, people of the land, the common clay of Ascani fields. Their political movement has mostly been swallowed by the Asgalists. All these parties sound dreadful. Arcanist, Party of Magic. Party of Magic sounds like a hoot. Oh, maybe not that one. And finally, the last box doesn't say anything. This is where you can input whatever you want or just leave it empty for a null vote. Box next to each party is filled in with a smudged check mark, including the last empty one. Smart move. No one can get mad if you vote for every party. Idiotic. You need to pick a side and stick with it. Your honor is on the line. Are these all the parties? Yes, all of them, at least that you know of. Good to know. Well, glad I know more about voting. What's over here? Okay. Well, this looks like a trap. It was not. Okay. Just continuing your kind of haphazard exploration. You know what? I went left first. I should continue going left. Otherwise, I am truly lost. Okay. Do not get distracted. Just keep going left. Esoteric shard. Wait a second. Another shard? I know exactly what to do with this. Also, this appears to be a dead end, so I'm just going to explore it first. A book. Ooh. A strange book. A book at the end of this hallway, and in an alcove like any other, you see a book. It sits on a thin ledge. It does not have anything on the cover. Open the book. You flip open to a page. Any page, you flip through multiple. They're all empty. Keep flipping. You keep flipping until you see text on a page. It says in a clean and steady handwriting, "What tome do you desire?" You take out a quill. I'm going to write Norvikian Chants by Patriarch Pili. Your letters immediately fade from the page. It is replaced by another message that seemingly forms out of the same ink you used to write. Patriarch Pili, his books are found everywhere, but the closest copy? In the local lich house. The text quickly disappears. You get ready with your quill. A blind manifesto by the hedonists. A surprisingly common book in these parts is in that foul office on Water Lane. Oh, so I guess this just tells you where you can find, like, a bunch of books in game? Water Lane, the largest trade port in Norvik, located in a massive tunnel piercing the centre of Tolstad. It is a so-called marvel of dwarven engineering, and it's the reason so many people commute to Tolstad over the many bridges, considered it one of the world's great crafted wonders of the world. Beyond reads by Meridoc Moonwatch. Basic travel guide, many lie within, even more are around above. One is below, far, far below, another is up inside the tower. The Folk by Alexandro. There's 6 copies on these streets. One is on Water Lane. The halflings got it. Humans, A Brief History by Matan Luix. An interesting and cold take on the most evil creature in Whale Land. Go to the Tower. Memoirs of a Statesman by Nicholas Darrow. There are way too many copies of that trash around. Go to the Water Lane office. Go! Autobiography Prax by Lord Phileas Prax. A grand account from a powerful narcissist. You can find one in the Lich House nearby. Earth and Toll, Founders by Bodil Grimface. There is a copy in the Tower, boring book though. Folk Prayers by the Trill Sisters. A wonderful collection of tales. The sisters did a great job to stop the ridiculous cultural trend of talking instead of writing. Nearest copy is in the Lich House. Alright, I've seen enough. I'm going to take the book. As you pick up the tome, you get an overwhelming tingling sensation running down your arm. Impending doom. Drop it. Oh, a DC 25. Alright, well I'm going to leave here. So I guess you can take the book with you if you have enough con. I understand. What is that thing? There's a hole here. There's something inside. Alright. Amulet of Annihilation. I'll have that. A hole in the wall. With your hand in it. Grasp the amulet. Alone in this dark hallway, you look upon the object in your hands. A clawed hand, bronze and jade. Grasping a sphere. I'm going to examine it closer. The claws are detailed, monstrous. Some kind of beast? The jade inlays catch the dim light, but the sphere catches nothing. I'm going to sniff it. Smells like nothing. Literally nothing. An absence of smell. Settling. Poke the orb. Don't. Do. Okay. Your finger touches the surface. No. Your finger touches the absence of surface. Pain. You yank your hand back. The tip of your finger is gone. Annihilated. It didn't cut. It didn't burn. It simply stopped existing. The tip of my finger has stopped existing? Can I lick it? No. Why not? No. Come on, please. You are not going to lick it. Well, I lost the tip of my finger. An ominous amulet. It forms the shape of a fist gripping a black stone. Or pearl? No, it is pure darkness. Do not touch it. Holding it gives you a creepy feeling, obviously. Raises my intelligence and my con. Okay. Our con is now 16. That's cool. I'm sure there was something about a tea house that we had to investigate, but at the same time, I'm investigating this place, because I don't know where the tea house is. Now, could I assume that the tea house is up the stairs? Possibly. But, for now... Is that a sword? Oh. Everything suddenly goes very, very tight. You've been swallowed. Whole. What's going on here? You can neither move nor breathe. This is possibly quite terrifying. Hold on. Something's off here. Off. I can't move. It's some kind of trap. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh. All around you acidic gel. It is seeping into every crevasse. We lived again. By earth that burns. He shares your burden. Everyone knows about these. A gelatinous cube. Cube. Slang for gelatinous cube. You are statistically likely to die here and now. This monster cannot hold you. You must fight. No one knows you are here. You are alone in the cube. You can escape, right? You're strong enough, right? A man is alone. Alone you can survive. You will survive. Escape the cube. I escaped the cube, my god. You push and fight against the endless pressure of this translucent force of acid and pain. And then, reach out my hand. Your muscles urge you to stop, but the lack of pain on each limb as it escapes the cube's surface causes you to continue. And finally, I have left the cube. You pant and wheeze and cough up pieces of still sizzling cube ooze into the dungeon floor. The pain fades. Part of that is your brain not processing the incredibly horrific burns you've suffered. I'm just going to enjoy breathing again. You turn around and look at it. The massive gelatinous cube just stays entirely still. It does not move or react to your presence. I'm going to punch it. You swing your fist, hitting a nearby solid surface. It sort of bounces as you make contact. The ooze quickly sends a piece of itself flying towards you in a tendril-like fashion. I'm going to dodge the pseudopod. I failed. You try to step out of the way, but there's no time. The fist-like formation of its ooze hits you right in the face. I lived again! You stumble around in front of the cube, barely being able to stand. As you get ready for the next attack, it does not come. You do not seem to do anything to it beyond causing it to lash out. I'm going to leave for a second here. I'm going to save. Oh, I definitely swung at it there. There's a gelatinous cube here. You look over to a glowing torch deep inside the gelatinous cube. What's up with that? Some kind of magic item. There are lots of those around. Oh, doesn't it feel like that torch has something to do with this weird gelatinous cube? It's hard to say. Warmth. It's drawn to it. Could I actually reach the torch? The cube will let you walk into it, however. How far will you be able to get? Managed to move far enough while inside where you could reach it. Of course I'm going to do it. You grit your teeth. You rush head on into the wall of gel. It is letting you through with zero resistance. Anyone would be forgiven for just walking into this without noticing. Go, quick. If you're going to do something dumb like this, you better move. Rush through the gel. You push yourself forward, and just seconds after being completely consumed, you feel the gel start to tighten. Just a bit further. Almost. Come on. You're almost at the torch. You see it before you. The translucent gel holding you back, your hand just inches away from the torch. Skin melting. Yes! I passed the death saving throw again. The pain is too great. Your body falters. Get through the pain. Yes, fantastic. The pain is nothing. You can do this. Keep moving. One step. Grab the torch. With the torch in your hand, you feel the esoteric tingle. Turn off the torch. The click reverberates through the cube. Then it shudders. What's happening? Look around. You see the gelatinous cube shake more violently for every passing second. It is searching for heat. Within the cube, you see what could only be described as cracks. It appears to be falling asunder. Flopping and jerking, the many pieces of the cube are flung across the chamber. Dividing, dividing, dividing. Smaller pieces smashed against the walls of the chamber, causing a terrible tremor. A ballet of goop. Until, ultimately, each and every piece has escaped into the ventilation slits. You're covered in it. It burns. Clean myself off. See the last pieces of goop slip down into the cracks near the walls. What actually happened here? Half a dozen cubes stacked together. This type of ooze usually never unite, and if so, they only do so in small quantities. This must have been some type of strange magic, or an esoteric event. There are pouches spread around the chamber, perhaps magic items left behind by previous victims. Cool! Loot! Okay. So first of all, I got Ruin Fakla, which is a 10-foot light, another light. A common magic item used by dwarves during mining and architectural operations is stuck in self-roaming mode since you don't know the passphrase, but it still lights the way. So I'd have to replace my rat for that? I suppose I could replace the rat. We now have 2 lights. Incredible. There's something in this pot. docile stress cube. A translucent, somewhat firm gelatinous cube. These used to be sold as toys/pets. Today they're illegal, probably because they can technically still dissolve human flesh, albeit very, very slowly. If I equip one, I get a +1 to my wisdom. But only if I get rid of something else. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that. Well, let's save. And I guess I'll carry on in this dungeon then. Back to going left. Mysterious door. There's another rat. Before you stands an iron door. At its center, a 5-pointed star has been etched deep into the metal. Let's examine the star symbol. You lean closer to inspect the etched star. 5 points, perfectly symmetrical. Touch the door. Your gloved hand meets cold iron. The ripple of translucent energy pulses across the surface. Right, so smash it. Or perhaps think for a bit. Obviously, there should be a way to get inside. Okay, I'm going to leave it for a second. Whoa, whoa. A scared little rat. Grab it. Red rat. Lowers your strength. Clearly scared and lashes out towards your fingers, but remains calm as long as you keep a firm grip. Okay. I don't know if I can pass the check anymore for this because I'm too exhausted. Right? Because it's 1d20 plus 6 minus 3. No, I can't. Okay. Try the door handle. You reach for the handle and pull. Nothing, it doesn't budge. You would require incredible power to break this seal. Get it done. Look for a keyhole. You search the door's surface carefully. What kind of magic is sealing this? Can I dispel it? Obviously, if you had a spell for it. Is there a password? No. There might be a passphrase, however. Could I break it down? Breaking through metal and magic. That would require immense strength. Step back from the door. Press my ear against the door. Lean close, listening. Okay, I should ask the door to let me in. Yes, obviously. That's not... I mean it's... It is an esoteric door. Only esoteric methods will win out in the end. Okay, I'll clear my throat. Prepare yourself. Then speak. Tell me, O door, what is thy passphrase? Silence, at first. Then... Master Haggenshags? A tiny voice, faintly behind the iron door. Not remember. Passphrases. Learn. I will learn. Thank you, door. Oh no, not master at all. The voice goes away. Learn. I will learn. The door swings open with a powerful boom. The sound echoes through the dungeon hallways. Inside you see a faint light emanating from within. Beyond lies the unknown. Turns out you don't need to know anything, you just progress. Just act like you should progress and you will progress. The light is not real. How strange. Monster manual. Most pages are ruined. Okay. That's a strange box. It's my strange box. Arcane music box. -2 charisma. That's another thing that lowers your stats. An ancient arcane box with strange knobs and buttons. Each turn to make something screeching foul to make some screeching foul sound. You're unable to do anything beautiful, artistic, or functional with this. Okay. Interesting. You can hear the wind outside, an illusion, surely. Not a mimic. You stare at the sign. It does indeed say, not a mimic. Who put the sign here? An interesting question. Could it be a team of sign makers who go around the city below planting helpful signs? The city below, short for the city below the city, a phrase used to describe the incredible amount of tunnels and ruins below Norvik. Also monsters and stuff down there, also riches if you delve deep enough. The city below the city? The vast ruins found underneath Norvik. Most define it as parts of the city not yet civilized, although there is a legal definition set in place for each individual district. So I'm assuming the chest is a mimic then. The sign appears to point towards that, yes. Look at the sign. It is a sign. It says not a mimic. Let me try and figure out what's wrong here. Nope. You have no idea. You'd see if there's something behind the sign, perhaps? Touch the sign? Why do I feel like I could touch the sign? It is but one possibility out of many. Okay, but should I touch the sign? That is the only way to truly investigate something. Alright, touch the sign. The second your gloved hand touches the surface of the sign, you realize something is off. The sign is a mimic. Mainly because it's soft. And then... the sign is a mimic. Of course. The many, many long teeth dig into your hand. I passed another check. Breaking the skin, crushing the bone. A dozen eyes spawn from nowhere across the wooden surface, which is quickly turning rubbery and wriggly. Scream and flail. Your hand is stuck, nailed within the maw of the beast. It lets out a gurgling, chortling noise as it vibrates upon the wall. Friend. You need to prove yourself here. Take the pain. Go deeper. Shove my hand in deeper. Our third nat 1. An incredible pain. What feels like 1,000 little knives wriggling round inside your arm. You cannot handle much more of this. Shove my hand in deeper. Or your arm is going numb. That will help. Deeper. Success! The pain is intense. It gnaws at you. Embrace it. Ram my entire arm into the maw. As you push your arm forward, the many sharp little teeth are actually tugged out of your flesh. Go deeper. The creature's many eyes go wider and wider. As the teeth begin to scrape against your elbow, it begins making a squealing wet noise. Then its maw widens as well. It's letting you go. See, friend. Pull out my arm. With the teeth just barely not slicing your entire arm into strands of flesh, you quickly rip it out of the mimic's maw. Is left wheezing and gargling upon the wall. Stumbling back, you hold your bleeding hand. Its many eyes focus on you too. And then... Righto, hold on. It speaks in a harsh, sharp tone. It speaks. You cannot sneak up upon one. Sometimes my mouth cannot contain its hunger. You can talk? Talk and think and breathe and bite. I do. All time. Be friends. Alright then, it's time. Talk this bad boy over to your side. You can do it. I honestly did not expect you to talk. This is kind of throwing me off a little. Do not talk often, no, but you understand? Yes, I understand you. Understand, that is good. In colony we speak good, nice, forward. Using mouth is not to speak good. The thing might be hideous, but it's not outwardly aggressive right now. If you want to reach out to it properly, try to mimic its speech pattern, pun intended. Punch it in the central eye. Now, I don't know if we need to punch it right now. Are you friend? Its eyes stare at you unblinking as its maw slowly opens. I am friend. Friend. Well then, time to talk. So, the mimic looks around. I. Mission. Wizard told to guard stash. But room change place, chamber shift, time pass. So guard, meek moves, feeding, guarding from people coming from not dungeon. This monster is following orders? That actually sounds quite honorable. But Meek can talk a lot. Ask Meek. Well, obviously, at the end of the day, that's what we're gonna do. Your name is Meek? Meek, yes. That's a great name. Yes, yes. Hey, that helped. You kissed its ass. Wonderful. You must be lonely down here. Ah, not always alone. Colony is somewhere in past and west. Long time spent in colony. Most are very dumb in colony. They do not enjoy smart. They kick out, not allowed to smart. You were kicked out because you were too smart? The mimic clasps its many teeth together. It is curse, smart curse. I'm still kicking its ass, or kissing its ass, obviously, yeah. What do you know of this place? I know much, or... It shifts around a bit, swaying its gaze. I know danger and secret. Place is full of danger and secret. Master told much, and shared little. But Meek knows, Meek knows. How can you talk? Talk? Master made Meek talk. Master? Master Hagginshags. That is one of the great Arcanist families. This mimic must be old, very old. So you're guarding something? Yes, yes. Mustache is gone, or lost, or Master took it. But some is here. Where is your master? Not here. Not here. Master gone, Meek alone. Can I have it? No, only Master takes Dash. Seems like the mimic is a pretty decent guardian. Indeed, a good wizard's pet. Every wizard requires a familiar. Where'd you come from? Master, lair. It is not close, place change shift. Here is not where once was and will be. The mimic is a spontaneous poet. What am I supposed to do with this thing? It might be unorthodox, but there's surely a way to convince this creature to help out. All monsters need to be defeated, however. This one does not seem so bad. I can ask it to join the party? Really? You can do anything. You're the Cleric. It would help to have more allies if you can call a mimic an ally. If you can get the creature to just hang about and share its info, then why not? A mimic would be a decent familiar. Mimic, join my party. It worked, my god. Right. Well, this might seem pretty simple at this point. But you gotta convince this thing that you'll be its new master. Oh. And you'll do that by, well... Hey, Mimic, Meek. Yes. When was the last time you saw your master? Master, yes, Master was. Fidgets on the wall. Master say, Meek should then... Meek not see Master for long. Long. There we go, you made those gears start turning. Now hit him with the big one. Your old master is gone, Meek. Oh, but... No buts, he's gone. But it's okay, I'll be your new master. Oh. Mimic's eyes go wide, revealing a horrifying mess of shiny pupils. Then it begins to shake. No, that does not. What? Only master can order. Old order, still fresh order. Maybe ask, what exactly was the order? Order, master talk, guard Meek, guard stash, guard Meek only, order by master. Well there's a loophole then. Your guard Meek? Guard is title. Title is guard. So if you stop having that title, then you're no longer guard Meek, and thus you don't need to follow the orders. Meek stares at you for a moment. Yes, that work. But Meek is guard Meek. Not anymore. By the power granted to me by the city of Norvik, I officially deputize you, Mr. Meek. What? The mimic jolts around on the wall. Your new title is now Deputy Meek. Congratulations, want to join the party? A horrid screeching sound is emitted from the monster as it leaps towards you. Embrace it. Within a moment, you realize that the mimic has left its post and turned into a cloak. Cloak I am. If danger I tell. A familiar has joined your party. Keep familiars equipped to gain bonuses and dice checks. Deputy Meek at service. Let's go. So first of all, obviously I'm going to equip Meek. Where do I equip Meek? It's an accessory. I see. Oh, time to lose our wisdom teeth. Oh, that's cool. Examine. The scarf with a face flips around in your grasp to face you. Ahoy! Ho? Ahoy! That was what my old master used to say. Master don't like? No, it's cool. Ahoy! Ahoy! Oy! You do enjoy being called master. Meek is very excited to join on adventure. You keeping an eye out for traps and stuff? Yes, master. Meek, no, underground, good. Meek will warn in time for traps. Tell me about your old master. Hagen Shags. Yeah, him. Old master, he is Arcanist. Yes, that's what he say. Good thing you got away from him. Arcanists are bad news. Yes, new master is better. What did he look like? Old master had green eyes and sharp claw. Very scary. Oh, like the claw that we found? You think he looks scary? Yes. Old master was same but different from Mimic. Not good. Did he cast powerful spells? Yes. Meek once saw Old Master destroy 10 human all at once. How did he do that? Old Master only used trickery magic. Makes all humans go mad. They killed each other with sharp sticks. What a rotten way to die. Terrible but effective. Old Master was really big wizard. Big. Was he a LARPer or an actual Arcanist? What is LARPer? LARPer, an insult, meaning someone who is delusional and roleplays themselves into a position of power or importance, based on LARP, meaning life-acting roleplay. A faker. Meek does not know. But Old Master had much power, so probably he was an actual Arcanist. How old was he? Meek does not know. But Old Master must have been very old, very powerful. Did he treat you unkindly? Old Master was stern. Used painful magic, only when Meek did poorly in grammar. The scarf recoils at his own words. Not anymore, now Meek speak how new Master like. I think you're doing great. Thank you, Master. Master is much better than Old Master. Hear that? Much better. The smirk spreads behind that helm of yours. That's all about your Old Master. Old Master is old, new Master is better. Much nicer. How long have you lived in the city below? Like a couple of years or? Meek not sure. Time is fast when hiding, very fast. And Meek never taught human way of keeping time, so Meek not know what year it is, or year is. Hope Master is not disappoint. Can he turn into anything? No. Very sad, but Meek is not good at shapeshift. So Meek like to stay same for a long time. Meek is more of hiding Mimic than changing Mimic. That's fine, just be yourself, dude. Be self? That's not something Meek had heard previously. Good thing to say, Meek like it. That's all for now, Meek. Okay. Well, I'm going to quick save. And it auto-saved as well. So that's good. So we're double saved. Okay, fine, it's actually safe. Money, potion of healing, and incense. A potion of healing sounds useful. The only problem is I'm actually capped on my health. So maybe it's not useful. Oh, and a pile of books. And this as well. A spell. Bone Dust and Memorized Knock. Ooh. That's cool. So that lets me get through different things. Yeah, if it's shut by a mundane lock. That's cool. Alright. And then we got Bone Dust. Cover second level spell slots. Oh, okay. And then this. A stack of cryptic books. A stack of books sits crooked on the floor, half buried under layers of dust. The blue light from windows appears to land upon the surface and stick. One tome is clearly arcane. The cover bears word marks that make your eyes itch. Meek says Old Master books are free for checking, but if read wrong passage, big hurt, remember. What do you mean by big hurt, Meek? Old Master has ward on all. Spell cast delayed spell. Hurt big if not careful. Okay, so the DC is that. So I get -1. So, also I realized I was reading this wrong. I was adding these things, these pluses and minuses after, but it's already included in the DC. So we need to roll a 17. I'm not going to roll a 17. That's not going to happen. Okay, so is there any way of, like... Oh, you can do a short rest. Oh, okay. Obviously, no. I could also heal myself, I suppose, at this point. So I got a book that's missing down here. And I got the pillar. You know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to take our first break and our first end of the episode. Thank you very much for watching. As it is the end of the first episode, if you enjoyed this, liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that stuff really helps with the first episode of a video, as it helps with search ranking and all of that sort of stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and write down a few things, as in, we got that pillar to do, we got the books to do, and then, yeah, we'll come back next time and continue exploring the dungeon, although we may at some point leave the dungeon because I get the feeling that it's quite difficult, but anyway, thank you for watching, I'll see you next time, goodbye.